Attorneys, here's how I take a $2 million PI firm to $20 million in annual revenue. This is a channel by channel, phase by phase marketing playbook. The question is how to 10x without 10xing your chaos. Quick context, my name is Hugo E. Gomez. I'm the founder of Abogados Now. We've helped over 500 law firms nationwide, generated $250 million in settlement fees, and we're a premier Google partner, which puts us at the top 3% of agencies in the world. And we've taken many firms from $2 million to 8 figures plus. And this is a playbook that we run pretty consistently.
Before we continue, a quick note and the only break you'll hear in today's episode. Most attorneys know they should be reaching Hispanic clients, but very few do it well. That's where we come in. At Abogados Now, we build authentic Spanish language campaigns that actually get you more cases and grow your practice. So, if you're looking for a new way to get more clients, book a call with our team today at abogadosnow.com. Now, let's get back to the episode.
At $2 million in annual revenue, you're probably spending up to 12% on marketing expenditure. At $20 million, however, you'll be spending at least 15, upwards of to 25%. That's $250,000 to $400,000 a month in just marketing. That jump is understandably, it's not linear, but it is exponential, and it's for a reason. This playbook has 5 phases, and each one builds on the last. So don't skip any phases or try to find any shortcuts. The order is everything here. So phase 1 is to fix what's broken. And that's before you spend any additional dollars on marketing. So you want to audit your intake. If conversions, meaning the relationship between leads to cases, is below 60%, that is your first fix. It's not ads, it's not your SEO rankings, it's intake. Intake can double conversions from 15 to 30% just by auditing your staff, listening to your calls, even hiring part-time or fractional training just for intake. You also want to install attribution. That's knowing your cost per signed case by channel, by case type. If you can't pull this type of data within like 30, 60 seconds, you're flying blind. So you need to have attribution that's automated. Typically, the person managing your CRM should be tying up your phone systems and your CRM and your marketing data all together. You also want to identify your channel dependency. If one source of media or any marketing is producing more than 50% of your signed cases, you have identified a really important single point of failure. So if one of those sources changes through an algorithm or just some kind of policy, that can kill your pipeline instantaneously. So phase 2 is about optimizing paid media. You want to make every dollar you're already spending work harder. Don't increase your budgets yet, increase the efficiencies first. A shortcut to this is to simply rebuild your landing pages. You want one landing page per case type. You want to have a unique phone number above the fold. You want the form at the bottom. You want copy that promotes urgency. Nothing else. A 2% improvement in conversion rate beats a 5K increase in ad spend all day, every day. This is typically known as a discipline of conversion rate optimization. Related to this is moving your mindset to cost per signed case bidding. Stop celebrating cheap leads that never convert. A $400 lead at a 20% conversion equals a $2,000 cost per case. However, a cheaper lead at $200 a lead at 5% conversion is going to result in a $4,000 cost per case. So cost per lead is very deceiving if you're not managing and measuring the whole funnel. You want to optimize for cost per signed case. Another tip, add LSAs if you're not running them. That's a version of pay per lead, not pay per click. Get the Google Screen badge. Another $5,000 to $8,000 per month alongside Google Ads could mean essentially replacing your pay per lead provider. Phase 3, build a robust SEO engine. This is probably the only marketing asset that compounds while you sleep. I find that this phase separates the $2 million firms from the ones doing 8 figures plus annually. Here are the averages that we've been calculating. SEO traffic converts at 7.5% on a page versus pay-per-click at 2.2%. And the 3-year return on investment is well over 500%. So every page that you build keeps working after you stop paying, and it isn't fully dependent on paid traffic. In short, every page that you build and optimize for today keeps generating leads in 2029, 2030, etc. So consider this a real investment per page, per practice area, per city. You also want to be experimenting with formats that are optimized for AI visibility, meaning how to get ranked on ChatGPT, on Gemini, on more Google AI snippets, etc. Of course, there's technical SEO and link building. Those will always be important in the context of SEO, but understand that the investments are rarely small. I don't find that any SEO service under $5,000 a month is worth your time, unless you're just experimenting with small time services. You want to target a shift from 80-20 on paid versus organic traffic to 50-50 within 18 months. Then ideally 40-60 by year 3. As a result, you should see a lower cost per case every quarter if you migrate to these ratios. Phase 4 is diversification. You need to get into brand awareness, CTV, community building, YouTube. This is where you stop being a firm that buys leads and starts being a firm that generates demand. So you want to start exploring connected TV or CTV and streaming ads like on YouTube, on Hulu, on DSPs that are built for video ad distribution. These ads are not skippable, they're for the full screen. And frankly, the goal isn't leads, it's to build recognition. If you're considering YouTube, make one video per week or 4 videos per month. They need to be educational, authoritative, they need to be trust building, they need to be in English, they need to be in Spanish, and they need to be localized because YouTube is a Google product, but many people use YouTube as a search engine. So if you take on all the basic principles of on-page SEO with your videos should rank in the same fashion. Digital can only scale you so much, so it's still critical to be in the world, out in the real world. You want to do community events, know your rights workshops, referral dinners with medical providers. Brand is also built in person, not just on digital, not just on billboards and television commercials. The firms at $20 million annual plus, they all have some degree of community presence, and they all also have departments whose primary job is to build community and be in the community on your behalf. Phase 5, find the gaps in your marketing and then partner with specialists. Every marketing department has some kind of gap. And the $2 million firm tries to do everything in-house. It's impossible. The $20 million law firm identifies what they can't do well, and they partner with agencies and consultants and other experts that specialize in exactly what the firm isn't able to do. For instance, there are 65 million Hispanic Americans, and most PI firms have zero Spanish marketing. That's not a niche. That's a gap the size of a continent. And frankly, the firms scaling to $20 million plus annually, they identify that their marketing doesn't reach 1 in 5 Americans, the Hispanics, and they partner with specialists like ourselves or any other firms or agencies that work specifically in Hispanic legal marketing. So here's a quick recap. Phase 1, fix intake, install attribution at scale, and identify source dependencies. Phase 2, optimize for paid media, but also work on efficiency before investing in more ad volume. Phase 3, build an SEO engine. It is the most important compounding asset. Phase 4, you want to diversify into brand awareness, CTV, YouTube, community building. And lastly, wherever the gaps are in your marketing, partner with a specialist. Don't try to do it all in-house. It's not possible. No law firms that are doing $20 million plus are having that much of a thriving in-house department for different audience gaps, for different audience segments, etc. You want to scale that by distribution and by delegation. So going from 2 to 20 million annually isn't about spending 10 times more. It's about building way better systems at scale. You have to fix the foundations. You have to audit your staff. You have to optimize what you have. You have to build assets that compound. And then ultimately, you need to diversify, not just your brand, but how you do things. That's having external partners third parties, agencies, consultants, etc. You scale that. That's a sequence. That's frankly the discipline that we see that works the most. So if you're ready to build a $20 million marketing infrastructure, we'll map these phases with you specific to your firm, your practice area, your phase in your career. Book a call. Our information is in the call notes below. Let's talk.